Welcome to Smokey's Grime Files. I'm your boy Journalist, and on this one, we are here to continue the coverage of Ghetts' album, On Purpose with Purpose. This one is called Grateful. Thank you guys very much for joining me. This one is an interlude. It's a Lil C's interlude, less than 2 minutes. Yes, sir. He's using typical music terminology, at least how we used to use it in the past. Because if you actually make music, the terminology we use for things is either so antiquated that it makes no sense anymore, or it just never made sense and people just use it however the hell they want. So that's why I'm just like, okay, what type of interlude is it? Thank you guys very much for joining me. If you could please hit that like, subscribe, Patreon's in the description. Also, if YouTube makes me destroy this video like they did the one before the Toombi record, then it will be on Patreon for free, but I can't call it. So I'm just gonna make the announcement here. So if it does get chopped up and then man's watching it, check the description, or not the description, but the first comment will be pinned with the link to Patreon for free for y'all to watch it. Cause YouTube be acting like a bitch. And so did these niggas, management and ownership companies.
I remember times I used to let the darkest days consume me.
Facts.
And then you just walk around with that energy and it consumes everything else.
Facts, blood.
But through growth, I've been able to give.
Did he say but few growth or but through growth? But just in his accent, it sounds like few. Because if he said through, this is again me just catching whoever's doing these videos for him. They're using the auto text translator situation that's inside of Adobe, or if they're doing it in fucking CapCut online, like they're just using that.
Thanks and feel grateful for, the things I have. And through being grateful, I've seen what I do have multiply. And they say hindsight's 2020. And through
that term is not actually like a really good term though. Cause like 2020 vision isn't even the best vision. And it's just like, you can't see everything. Even with 2020 vision, there's some people that have better vision than 2020. But like, can you see most of your mistakes in hindsight if you have 2020? Like, I get the whole point of it, but it's like not making the marker or not trying to call Ghetts out for using it. More so, it's just this term gets used a lot, and I've had a lot of time to think about it. And like 2020, when you know like how vision, like how they measure that shit, you'd be like, I guess, blood, like it's okay, it's all right.
2020. And through hindsight's the only time I really see clearly. Otherwise, everything else just seems blurry. It's living 1,000 miles per hour. I said to my brethren the other day, like, we don't really know who we are. He said, what do you mean by that? I said, bro, imagine you spend most of your days just chasing money all the time. So you don't really know what you do with your free time, because in your free time, you're shattered. I imagine you didn't have to chase. Who would you spend time with? What would you do? You know what I'm saying? What type of person would you be?
I just wanted to just take those last 3 lines that he has. That if you weren't chasing money, who would you spend it with? Where would you be and who would you be? Those are the things for at least my homeboys that are like devout money boys. Like them niggas only care about the P. Like that's it. I love them niggas. But making sure that I ask them those type of questions. So when they are chasing the money in the way that they love it because they truly just love what money brings to them and actually the process of how they get to the money, they're better suited to hold and maintain the money that they're getting, because you would get lost in chasing the bag. I'm a man who got lost in chasing the bag. That is why the life I live now, I'm infinitely more happy. Do I make less money? Sure. But I'm so much more happier because I know the answers to those questions. And if I turn back into a man that's going to chase the P with like full on disregard for anything else, I know when I'm getting that money, who's it for, who I want to spend it with. Like all of these things I have answers to so they can quiet my soul. But if you don't have those answers, Like that nigga says, you're shattered, blood. There's nothing. You're a fucking hollow person, but you got all the money in the world. Nobody you want to spend it with. Nothing you really want to buy with it. But you got fucking money. And it's actually quite terrible. It's quite terrible and extra depressing.
Yeah.
As far as interludes go, I give it a 9. It's actually why I'm gonna give it a 9 though, is because the messaging in this one speaks more to shit that I either understand or conversations that me and my friends have on a daily. Or when I say my friends, my niggas I really fuck with. That's why I'm like, this one speaks more to me. And the position I hold in my life currently, or where I'm trying to go with my life currently, these questions that he's raising to his friends, or the conversation that he says he has with his boy, I have those answers. And I have so much more peace in my life, or just in myself. I'm like, outside of my situations with women, and I'm still trying to figure out how I want to deal with shorty and like be a better man on these type of things. I'm so much more centered or at peace with who I am as a man, or what I want from the world, or what I'm trying to do, despite not having all the like great trappings, or like not being as, we'll say, financially liquid as I would like to be. I still sleep at night peacefully, like with no problems. But I remember I'd have all the money in the world. Like how I have this hat, I had enough money that I didn't want to buy clothes. I just made a fucking clothing line because I didn't want to wear next man's clothes. So I just had enough money to just, fuck it, I'll buy fucking 25 jackets and only wear 3 of them because I just wanted clothes for myself. And I'd rather spend that money on that shit for me. But I was sad and depressed and like unhappy with my life, but I had everything I could fucking want. I didn't have to do nothing, made a fucking whack of money. Like shit was good. But bro was sad and depressed, honestly. Versus now, like not that like I'm worried about like, where my next million that comes from. I'm sorted on those ends. But like I'm not as, I know what real money looks like. I know what a $75,000 a year looks like. I know what that's like. I know what touching 100 bands in a year feels like. I've been there. That like the 100 band year, that was a good year. That was a good year. The 75 year, it's a great year financially. Probably one of the most stressful 2-3 year periods of my life where I was just fucking fuck. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I don't know. That's why I have to say this is a really good one. Even though it's an interlude, it's like more of a poem than a song. But like it really speaks to my consciousness and the things that I think about in the world. This is again why I enjoy Ghetts, and why some niggas probably think I'm nippy with how I go through bro's lyrics and shit. I don't give a fuck, bro. Go somewhere else. But if you want to hear somebody that cares on such a granular level and then really thinks about the shit, then fucking you'll probably enjoy this. If not, then go somewhere else. I don't give a fuck, because this is how we do shit over here. That said though, thank you, man, for anybody that shows up. I really do appreciate you. I appreciate this nigga Ghetts to high heaven. You have no idea. Thank you. Thank you to anybody that watches these. I see you on the next one. I'm out of here.